Good morning. Uh, there isn't much to do or much to see at the moment. I've been meaning to do something about this one. I got this one also in September or October of last year, and it has beautiful yellow flowers, and when I got it, it had red spots all over, a little bit like a Rorschach blood test, blood B-L-O-T, and it's going. It only had 4 flowers and it had stem rot, and oh, quite a bit. Oh, oi. This piece is going to come off. These roots are all water trained. They get soaked every few days, so that shouldn't be a problem. And it's been here on and off in this pot for about a year, constantly checking and keeping rot at bay. So yeah, I'm going to take it out. You can see I have strung it up. It hung, but the pot cracked, so it has been standing on its leaves, which shows, and the leaves here are splitting down the middle, and there is a brownish discoloration, which looks like something has eaten the leaf, but I'm not sure if that's the case. So yeah, tools. Now I might put this on a mount if it fits. Still have a few pieces of wood left, but yeah, first off we're gonna take off the flowers. Because it's not going to need them anymore. This has been in bloom for a few months, so it deserves a little rest. And of course I damage a root. Okay, next step, get it out of the pot. Not the best quality pot. All right. Well, it's doing better than I thought. I was kind of hoping that this wouldn't have done anything, which make potting up real easy because this is too good to cut away. Or is it? Oh no. Well, this is not the best. It's broken here, you see. This is all brand new. Well, I'm gonna take it off anyway, because if I stick it in a pot like this, the chances of getting stem rot again are, well, basically guaranteed, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna take that off. First one here. That's one. The old flower spike. That's two. I'll take as much off as I can. Okay. Deep breath. Oh no. You see that? A little closer. Now, if that's not a purple ring, I'm colorblind. So, did I share water with this one? No, I didn't. Why, I don't know, but yes, Fussarium. Well, this is a goner because I don't have antifungal remedies yet, and I don't think cinnamon would do any good. So that's why it's not producing a new leaf. Although, maybe I can cut away a little more. Let's see. Just a little more. Yeah, that's purple. Okay, I took another bit off. And no, I'm not trusting this. All right. Take another look. Here it is. Yeah, that's purple. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to risk anything with this. It's a supermarket Phal. Or is it? Here you can see discoloration. Now, If this were a sympodial orchid, it could have drawn strength from new growth, because Fusarium usually doesn't travel to new growth because it clogs up the root system of the older bulbs. So yeah, a monopodial with Fusarium. I hate chucking things away, really. No, I'm not going to risk it. So everybody say bye bye. Yeah. No. Well, there is some news. This shriveled pseudobulb is, I believe, from the Shelob Tolkien, and it had a few roots. So I thought, well, what the hey, time for an experiment. And it's growing a new little pseudobulb. So, yay. That's a pseudobulb from a Oncidium sweet sugar, and that's not doing very much. This, however, I'm losing a leaf here, but the rest is doing okay. And even bigger news, let me pause you and take you to the living room. This is the Cattleya intermedia alba, and it had a bad case of fungus. So I basically trimmed off all the roots and cleaned it up and hung it on this board, and it had a new growth here, and there's a surprise. I knew it was going to do this. Leaves a bit meh. I'm not sure what this is. I don't hope it's black rot. So, 2 new flowers on the alba. And I had these before, they are absolutely gorgeous. Do we have some more to show? Well, this is showing signs of producing something, but I'm not sure what. All kind of new roots, new growth. But yeah, that's about it. But I'm really happy with this. I'm going to have to check that leaf because what's this? It wasn't in a good state when I got it. And this is the growth I grew myself and had 2 flowers. The rest looks rather tatty. This is a no, it's a blind sheath, and that's strange because this one didn't produce a sheath and this one doesn't. So that's probably some genetics. Now this is still really hard to see. It's the Dendrobium phalaenopsis, and there is definitely something growing. And this one is still busy. I think this is the terminal leaf. my little old path. It's losing some leaves. And the new growth is growing nicely. There's a new leaf. And the old fan, and that's this one here, it's beginning to look all yellowy, and it looks, it is brown, but it's dry, so it's not rot. I think this is the moment where the plant rejects the old fan where it has bloomed to give the other two, three in this case, more energy and room to grow. So let's see. Here's the big nobile with the pretty purple flowers, and this new shoot doesn't look like it's going to die. Same as with these two. And as you can see here, the bottom one, it's dry, so the rotting stopped. And have to crawl through the jungle. Here you can see nubbins. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to be a bud or a keiki, but it looks like this one is going to pull through. Here's another nobile, and you can see the cane is desiccated, and well, yeah, and it's producing a new one. Now this is actually a basil keiki, but what the hey. And I draped some moss around the roots here. This is a really big keiki, so as soon as the roots are a bit bigger, it's gonna come off. This is purely to get them used to watering. Laudicesii, another new cane, and still really happy with the mount. Now this needs to be watered, still a little bit. As soon as this starts to crisp, it's time to give water, and especially these ones. This is really crispy. It's the experiment on the grapevine, and it's taking hold. This is a Dendrobium Phalaenopsis Thailand Black, I believe. Here is the Kingianum. It's the one I put on the aquarium pebbles, and it didn't do too well. But in the little time it's on its mount, it grew a new root and probably some more inside the moss. And this is the dreaded blue fungus. Damn it. So yeah. This one is the Capitula florum Dendrobium, and it's made its terminal leaf, so this cane is ready. And you can see it's fattening up, and its flowering time is coming. It's during the winter and early spring. still have the Sheelop Tolkien, and this is the Sheelop Tolkien. I checked the video of the mounting and I accidentally changed the labels. This is the big Nobidae, it's Spring Dream Apollon. And it's growing. And as you can see, it has new growing tips. One over here, like here. It's actually a branch. The Dyneema polybulbum, and this is mat forming, and it's now about the size of a coaster, but it's growing. This shoot is growing, and that little one there, I haven't seen any roots poking through the moss, but that will come. My Pierardi, as you can see here, it's growing, and there is more. But the canes are nicely growing. There's actually two separate plants. What do we have more? Oh yeah, there's some root growth. Freshly mounted Phals. This is, knocked something over almost. This is the Lottie Jessie, and these keikis are all attached to an old cane. Didn't take too much time for me to do this, but it's growing like crazy. Same with this. That's the big experiment. And it's producing new shoots and roots. My Amabidae, also growing really nice. Some nice algae on the moss. And this one also has a little help keeping the roots moist. The Promenia is also growing. And the Dendrobium Frosty Dawn. So yeah, the mounts are all basically happy. My Cymbidiums, still not sure how to treat those. These three keep waiting. So yeah, a little update. Only a few Phals in bloom, and now I'm going to have to find a place for my other Miltonias. They are healthy, so they can come into the general population after I make room. Well, there's at least one spot. Okay, update. I'm not going to bore you with my houseplants. That's for another time.